Hello guys, we are back here today in the Shadow Priest guide, and today's section will be about gems, reforges, and stats. Well, it's a confidential topic because a lot of people say intellect, more intellect the better, the haste the better, um, especially the master versus crit spec. We will go through all of that today, explaining both master versus crit, pros and cons, and you get to decide go with crit. Well, it is better, and I will tell you why in a few. Alright, let's start first of all with the gems. Your gems is kind of also depending. You need to first of all reach the haste breakpoint, which is 10k.1 haste, 30%. It's not quite 30%. It's 23 without 23.9 the shadow form. But it's not about the percentage. It's about the haste in numbers. 10.150. I have 63, but you get the idea. If you can see my glove, all the blues. That's the wrong count. All the blues are haste and PvP power green. All the well, this one, the extra gem is haste. Reds are intellect and haste. Haste yellow. It's a lot of haste because it's we need as a main stat haste after intellect, of course. If you notice, we always get the shock bonus. It is important. But what would happen if you reach the haste breakpoint without having so much gems in haste, in a lot of spaces? In that time, you can go for crit. You see, the haste crit build, it's basically the breakpoint that you need to cast all your spells. It will haste up your ticks on the dots and the cast down of your spells, including healing spells. Crit versus mastery as a secondary stat. Think about this. Mastery for Shadow Priest in MoP. It's, well, let me find it. There we go. Gives your periodic shadow damage deals a 25% chance to deal twice each time they deal damage. Basically, in normal English, kicks twice. Twice the chance of procs, twice the damage, twice the mana retrieving from Vampiric Touch. If you see double. It is a great mastery. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it sure is great. But it doesn't mastery. It doesn't affect your cast abilities. For example, it doesn't do 2 Mind Blast or 2 heals. It doesn't do 2 Shadow Word Death. It doesn't affect those. Only dots. Anything that have to do with dots will have a chance to be twice, but any casting thing doesn't. While crit, if you crit the Shadow Word Pain, you will have Shadowy Appreciation proc, which is basically it's a small version of your runs to the enemy and does low damage. It's not that low, but it's not something that you need to be considering crit just because of it. Crit affects everything. Your heals. Oh, come on, crit, please. Oh my god. Your heals, and Mind Blast, and your Shadow Word Death, your Execute. It affects everything. Your dots. It basically, crits affects everything, but Master doesn't. And remember, Master does a lot of damage, but crit kills. Basically, it's haste, then crit. That's all. For hit rating, hit chance as a you need 6.01. I have more, but because I'm just too lazy to reforge some parts. Either way, if you don't actually go for hit rating, you go for spirit. As you can see, spirit here is unreforged. For a Shadow Priest, spirit equals hit rating. It's a great thing because of our mana problems. Although, if you notice, alright, let me empty my mana. Wow, this is not going that well. Alright, there we go. We just put Vampiric Touch on everything. As you can see. And now look at my mana. Look at that. Bam, bam, bam. Each tick gives us mana back. Where was I? Anyway, yes, spirit is useful. You can go for the hit rating. It will give you the exact amount as hit chance as a spirit would give you, but the spirit also helps you retrieve your mana without having to cast Vampiric Touch, and trust me, you need to cast it. So I would like to go with, in my gyms, I like to go for haste, but not too much. What I mean too much is, you see, we have to take care of the socket bonus. I can't go for double haste, because, I mean, if I need to, maybe. But I already reached the break point for haste with those gyms. And extra intellect, extra PvP power is always useful. Crit. Stat general priorities. Well, you see, in gymmings you have more control over your stats, because in Reforge you can only reforge 2 stats that you are allowed to reforge, and only a certain amount of it into whatever stats you have. I mean, any mastery goes to haste, and if I don't need the extra spirit from the Holy Ring, for example, you see in here, I already reached my haste breakpoint, so I reforged haste in there instead of spirit. Basically, any mastery I have in my gear goes to haste, and if I breakpoint already reached, to crit. That way, I'm at the maximum potential for my gear. A great reforging add-on, Reforge Light, really makes your life easier. It's not a PvP important, but it will, because not every stat is reforgeable completely, but will calculate the best reforges for certain stats and do it for you, so you will never miss out on any stats. You can manually pick the amount of haste you want out of your gear, and it will choose the best gear pieces to reforge. It's a very beautiful add-on. If you have a problem, you just relog and all of it is fixed. Stat priorities: intellect. That is true. Intellect equals more crit chance, equals more damage, more healing. It's basically overall improvements. That's why after you go for the haste breakpoint, you can go for either crit or intellect. But going for crit gems, that is Malevolent and Tyrannical Season. You have a lot of intellect. Right now let me remove my props. Unbuffed by any intellect buffs, I have 16k.6. That is good. That is not bad at all. But if you want to go for more, that's completely fine. Just remember that doing a lot of damage or killing, there's a difference between them. Always try to go for crit after the haste breakpoint. When you feel that you have a lot of crits that you don't need to crit that much, then and only then you can go for a little bit mastery or more intellect. I would say go for more intellect. Our mastery is very nice, but compared to the effects and the damage of crits, crit is the way to go after haste. Basically, it's intellect, haste, mastery. Of course, I say that, you knowing that you've already got the enough spirit in your gear for your hit chance. Yes, the spirit will not increase your damage. I'm talking about the stat that increases your damage. But the full haste stat priorities is intellect, spirit, the hit chance, into haste with a breakpoint, into crit, and then, if you can, more haste or intellect. Either way. However, those gems are fine for 2s, 3s, or whatever situation you are in, except in one situation. If you have a stable partners of 3s, a stable, for example, Shattercom, Frost Mage, Shadow Priest, Resto Shamans, anyway, Resto Shamans. Resto Shamans have a beautiful, undispellable passive buff, 3k more haste. It's not 5% like Balance Druids or Mind Quickening from Shadow Priest. 3,000 haste. Just added it to you like that, buffed. You, of course, the more haste the better, but you can actually switch a lot of your gems from haste into crit or even intellect, for more intellect. Instead of intellect and haste in the red, you can go for intellect, straight intellect, because that all of the extra haste, you can actually make your haste into 7k, and you queue with that shaman, the stable partner, and it will work out, because with their buff you have the exact breakpoints you need. You have the two options: to stay like this, get more haste, which is still a good thing, or make your haste 7k, so you can go for more intellect or crit. But keep in mind, it only works with Resto Shamans. If you queue as God Comp, Resto Druids, you have to go by these gems, by these, because they only have stat buffs, which is a great buff for any class. Gemmings and reforges. My helmet has in the red one, intellect and haste, Reckless Vermilion on it, and the meta gem, intellect and 3% crit effect. That's the best one for damaging casters. There isn't. My reforge is from crit from mastery, because mastery it's nice, but crit is better. I'm going with the haste crit build. And then you have the neck. You can see my reforge there. My gem on the shoulder is a pure haste one. I don't have the shoulder enchant. I'll put it later, but it's okay. You can see I have the Lightweave embroidery enchant on the cloak, the chest, crit and haste, unreforged completely. My wrist, crit from mastery. As you can see, the idea that I'm aiming for, it's in although I do use in Shadow the healing gloves, because they give haste and spirit, and that amount of spirit also plus the ringed spirit is more than enough to get my hit rating without have to reforce to spirits or gymming for it, basically. Enchants. You can see haste enchant on the glove, the boot enchant. Why is it mastery and minor speed? Mastery, as I've mentioned, is not that good for us compared to crit, but that minor speed increasement, everyone has it, and since everyone has it, if you don't have it, you'll be slower, making effects like chillbanes, hamstring more effective on you than they should. But with that, you gain, see, my running speed is 108. Without that, it's 100. It gives you 8% more walking speed. It stacks up with your feathers. It stacks up against slow effect. It will make you 54 speed instead of 50. You know, when it cuts it to half. It's a beautiful enchant. Other than that, Jade Spirit. Wait, is this my weapon that I use normally? Yeah, apparently it is. Either way. Intellect enchant, intellect basically all around. Spirit, that's for the hit rating. Because you can only get spirit or hit rating, and I don't want to gem for spirit or reforge to it, so I took spirit here in the chest, spirit here in the glove, the stat, and here spirit on reforge on the ring. You can go for the intellect enchant or this one. I prefer the one from tailoring that I have tailoring. Shoulder enchant I don't have, which is a little bit awkward, but it's intellect and crit one. You can't go wrong. Actually, you can go with the healing one. Don't go with the healing one. That's the enchants. I hope you don't mind my food delivery system. I am still very new at this, and I sometimes make a lot of mistakes. I'm a little bit nervous, but if there's something that isn't clear, please tell me in the comments, and I will remake the video or explain it in the comments. Whatever it is that could make my delivery better. If you guys enjoy it, like and subscribe. Thank you.